That's my tutorial. So when you click on the Procreate app, then you will get the example ones or anything you made before. And to start one, you'll want to press the plus button and then press any of these canvases. I'm going to do screen size. Nice and easy. Okay, now and you can also add a new one like that. But usually you can just kind of press one of the ones that's there. So I'm just going to do screen size like you said, and that will automatically take you in. If you press the gallery button, it will take you out again. Okay, this is the insert button. So you might want to insert a photo. Let's say I wanted to insert, I don't know, this one. And then this will take you to this. So you can make it bigger, smaller, and then to spin it around, you can either just spin it around like this using 2 fingers, or you can tap and hold using an Apple Pencil on the green slider. But today, I'll just want it like that. Okay, next one. Adjustments. And you can just like slide up and down and around and just left and right to change the opacity of what's on the screen. Yeah, you don't need to know where any of those are. Next one is this. This is, wait a second, I'm just going to quickly delete that. Don't worry about it. Okay. This next one. Let's say I had written hi, and I wanted to change the colour of just that one hi. Then I would go into freehand and circle it. And you can move just that one, like that. And you can just move it. And then that will select everything that's on that layer. This is to change the brush size, to make it big or small. Then this is the brush opacity, so you can have it really bright or middly, which isn't very which isn't very bright at all, and then like really pale, which is very barely visible. And then these are the back buttons. This can take you back and forward. So I'm going to go back to when it was just high, like that. And then these are the brushes. If you tap that paintbrush, then you've got sketching, which are like pencils, inking, which are like ones that go thin and thick, drawing, which are quite random, and painting, which are just like brushes and types of paint and stuff. Artistic is all like fancy ones. Calligraphy is ones that go like thicker and thinner, like this one, Odeon. If I click on that, then I can like make nice calligraphy. Like this. There. Airbrushing. These are all airbrushes. Textures. These are quite fancy. Like, look at that. Just look at that. It's really cool. Look. And then other ones like grid, where you can just kind of do that. So if you make it smaller, you can also like start in a new place, and that will give you another texture. You know what I mean? Like another layer. Look. is what it looks like. Kind of cool. I'm just going to take that away. But if you make it smaller, then like the grid shape will be smaller. Like that. Okay. Next one. Yeah, cubes. This is really fun. Most of these are really fun, so you just want to try them out. But please note that some of them will be smaller than others. Like if I get sketching and Procreate pencil on the biggest setting, it will still be tiny. But if I get a medium hard brush on the highest setting, it will be huge. So it's nothing to do with that. It's like, yeah. But also, another thing you can do is, I'm going to just go into, I'm not really bothered about, maybe this one. If you don't like the way something looks, then you can do this. So this is how it is already. This is spacing, so you can see how that will spread out, like the thing. Usually you just kind of want it not quite at the end, but kind of almost at the end, about there, unless you're wanting a really smooth line, in which case you'll want, no, you can see how much smoother that is. And then you've got streamline, which will make it like neater, which I really recommend if you're trying to draw like nice shapes. Can you see, like if you're wanting to draw nice shapes, it's kind of like nice and smooth. So yeah, that would be kind of messy. Or if I try to draw a straight line and it kind of gets a bit wobbly, then streamline will make it look nice. See the difference? Yeah, streamline. And then jitter. Jitter's a bit annoying because it kind of it gives it jitter, but this one's not a best example for that. Basically it gives it like stray dots like these here and here. Look, the ones that were here and here, like, can you see all these stray dots? They're going everywhere. That's like the jitter, whereas if I do that, then the jitter goes away and then it comes back. Can you see? So you usually just want no jitter as well. And this is the fall off. So I just recommend you don't have fall off, don't even bother. Okay. Other thing you might want to use is the shape. So you can click edit and then click import and then source library. And these are all the ones they have. Let's say you wanted one of those, then you click done and like that. That would be the new shape. Wait a second. Don't know what's happened. Wait a second. Get back into it. Just cut out. Wait a second, I'm just going to get rid of that. I'll go back in. Okay. Sorry about that. Or, another fun thing to do is if you go into gallery and draw whatever shape you want your shape to be. So, let's say I wanted a heart. Now I'm going to get a nice smooth brush, so particularly the round brush. Make it quite big. I'm going to make it red. Corally. Oops. Corally. I'm going to tell you about how to use the colours in a minute. But when you draw your shape, and also to fill in a shape, you can just drag it and drop it. Or a mini one, drag it and drop it. See? Really easy. You might get a little bit leftover bits that didn't quite happen, but you can just cover over those. But I don't want this, so I'm going to get a nice big and opaque brush and just erase this. But this smudge, you'll need to use this smudge sometimes. So I'm going to fill this in quickly. And let's say you wanted the middle to be red and the outside to be coral. Then all you need to do is get this blender and just use it like this. I recommend choosing a nice smooth one like watercolour. and like not very opaque, and quite small, but not too small, and then like, just slowly go around, blending it together, and I do little circles, and then I keep going around and around and around until we get to the end again, which usually works. Or you can just kind of slide along the side, but that won't be quite as blended in. Because if you want it blended so you won't be able to see where the difference is, like when it changes, then it'll take a while because you just want to get into it and really keep going until it kind of looks the way you want it to. Look. So I'm just going to keep blending along the sides. And this is really silly blending. Normally it would be a bit easier, but I mean, it's just for fun. But that's what that finger is. This is the rubber. Really easy. You can just kind of change the brush of that as well. So you might want a textured one. And this is quite fun. Like if I got it tessellated, then you could still like see the shape. So you can be creative with that. But anyway, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to go into layers. I'm going to take out this back one that says background colour. So it looks like this. You're going to click share, PNG, and then save image. So you're going to do that. Then you go back into gallery. I'm just going to go into what I wanted. And then I'm going to go into brushes and add brush. Shape, edit, import a photo, and then click on the one you just did. And then click done. And you will be able to make heart shapes really quickly. Okay, and what you want to do is go back into stroke path and make sure they're really spaced, because then you won't get any things. But if you do jitter, then when you place them, they won't necessarily go where you want them. So keep the jitter off, but the spacing there, and then it's a little stamp. And if you go into drawing pad, then make it bigger, and you can make nice big hearts. And then if you wanted to draw lines with this, like this, which is really fun, because you can still like make the shape, which is not quite as good, and you can still draw with it, but I would recommend keeping the spacing up. Then you can just tap to create heart shapes. And this, you can use this for any stamp. Click done. Okay, and also if you go to the bottom into things like touch-ups, then you can get hair. So you can draw the hair in and like lower the opacity and keep doing this until you get the hair, like, or fur of a dog or a cat or a human. And then other things like other textural brushes. This could get like really dark, like for hard things. This is the noise brush, which is like pitter patters everywhere. And then luminance is like all light things. Industrial is like things. So like I like the twisted tree one, on a nice low opacity, which is like really nice. But that's what I meant. Corrugated iron's fun. Organic, these are good. So rainforest, these are like the trees. If I did that in green, then that would be like tree tops. Or I could do it in white with a blue background. I'll show you how to go around all of that as well. And that would be clouds. Other brushes there are. Snow gum is like foliage. And once again, you can edit like things like this on all of them. Paper daisies and other flowers. Sword grass is little flower bushes, little grass bushes. You can change the size and opacity of all of those. And then clay, yeah. These are all just what they say. Cotton, it's fluffy. Hessian, or water. Okay, these are good. Like different water effects. But yeah, just have a look around and play around with it. Okay, another thing you can do, I'm just going to get a nice brush, just this one, round brush. If you wanted to draw a straight line, just draw the normal line and then hold at the end, and it will make a straight line. You can shorten it, and lengthen it, and put it wherever. So I'm going to put it like that. You can also create circles by drawing it and holding, and it will make a circle sort of shape. Normally it's like an oval. That's a good circle, this one. And then other things you could do is make arcs, like that, ovals. You can also make, if you draw like lots of zigzags and hold, then you can make like weird shapes like this that you can make bigger and smaller and spin around. Yeah. And then, yeah, that's what you can do with that. Layers. These layers are really fun. To delete a layer, you'll slide to the left. Hold on it, sorry, with your finger. You'll hold on it with your swipe left, sorry, and clear it, and that will be all gone. And you can click the back button to get it all back, but I don't want it. Background colour. So this is the colour of the background. There are different ones. So you can do this when you're on the disc. There are 9 points which you can find really easily on the colour wheel, which is at the top. So you just double tap near the place. At the left, at the right, at the bottom, the middle, like northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. But this is the easiest because it just gets you white. Just double tap near there, and it will get it. Or you can just slide around like this, and then use this part to choose the colour. So if I go there, then you can see it will be rainbow. Just double tap near the white, and that will get you that colour. This is where you will take. So get the colour you're on and just palettes. These are the palettes, and you can click on them and that will select the colours, which is kind of cool. And then classic is really easy. You just slide along the top bar to get which colour, and then the middle one to get how light the colour is, and then to get top and bottom. And so you're going around here like this, really easy. And just harmony. Okay, harmony is really easy. Let's say I wanted to have a t-shirt that was orange, this bright orange. Then I would draw the t-shirt. Okay, it's not going to be great. It's just a rough example. T-shirt. I'm just going to quickly fill that in. And this, and I was going to, yeah, that will do. And then I wanted the top. Wait a sec. I wanted the top to be 2 colours. Or a different colour that works. Then I would click on this square that's in between the opacity and the size buttons. And this is the select a colour one. So click there, maybe, and then go into split complementary, and these will be the 2 colours that you can put with it. So you click it, and then you'd colour one bit in, blah, 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 like this, and this, and this. And then you'd get this one, and you'd quickly colour that one in too. This. Okay. Other layer functions. You can add a new layer by pressing this plus button. And if you wanted to add new things on this layer, but not go off at detail, then you'd hold it. Wait a second. It's not working. Give me a sec. Okay, you can also like move layers around like that. If you double tap, sorry, and then you click on rename, then obviously you can rename it. I'm going to name it orange tea, and then click done, and then you can also clear it by pressing clear alpha lock. Alpha lock is really easy. I'm just going to click, and it will have like grey squares on it, and all you're going to do, let's say you wanted a nice pattern on it, then I'm going to get like, like artistic, maybe heart, and then I'll just get a dark orange in classic, so it'll get that colour, and then I'll kind of darken it, like going down and across a little, like this, that's quite good, and then you can't like go off it, you can't go past that t-shirt, like you can't go off it, it's impossible. So if you wanted to change the colour of something, then you can only fill in the parts which have been drawn on already in this layer. Yes, it's really easy, you just can scribble across it, really easy. Yeah, it's really quick. Or if you wanted to draw details on another layer, then you double tap on the next layer and click on clipping mask, and you can only add details where was drawn on the layer before. Do you see? Same principle again. Yeah, but just like to the bottom. Merge down, so merge the layers between, and then fill layer. Fill layer will just be the colour that you've got selected. Yeah, I recommend drawing in lots of different layers and then like merging it by pinching, because then it's just really easy, and like it's just, you don't have to worry about if you get things wrong, because you can just start that single layer again. Yeah, background colour is really useful, but if you're outputting it to make a new brush, then I would recommend, I wouldn't recommend, you have to make sure that the background colour is turned off, so you get these grey squares, and then it means it's like a transparent background, which is really useful. Yeah, colours are really easy. I've just shown you. Value, which is not worth worrying about. There's lots of different ones on this, like changes how much like a colour something is, but I'd recommend you just use classic and disc and harmony. And harmony isn't just split complementary, it's also complementary, which is one colour that goes with it. And analogous, I don't know how to say that, is like the two colours near it, like that go with it. It's like three nice colours, and then triadic is completely split in three ways, and then tetradic is basically just the same but with four. And so if you want four colours that are all like evenly spread across the colour wheel, like if I do that, then I've got like, if I do that or this, or it's just really fun to play around with as well. Sorry. Delete. I'm just going to delete that one, add new palette, and that will be your palette for here. And if you wanted a colour, then you just tap on the squares. Wait a sec, I'll just delete that quickly. Okay, delete, yep. I think I've told you everything. Oh, also you can make GIFs. GIFs are really easy to make. Oops, that I just clicked duplicate. Really easy, and all you need to do is, all you need to do is draw something a few times, and all those letters will be turned into that. So let's say you wanted to draw a thin squiggly line, which should just be 1 and 2. And what you do is you add a new layer and decrease the opacity of that layer. It's really easy. You just click on the end and do this, and then I would make sure that I'm drawing the next layer, and I would just slowly, and now I'd turn that one off, and I'd decrease the opacity, and I'd add a new layer, and I'd go again. Add a new layer, delete that layer, turn it off, and then I'd go up and down again, new layer, turn off, decrease opacity, and wait a second, I'll just keep doing this a few more times until I get to the end. Okay. You can also do this by writing the same word over and over again and just copying it, decreasing the opacity on different layers. And even if you copy it completely, it will still be like wiggly. And then all you want to do for this is just make sure that the opacity is turned on really high, like as high as possible. So 100% for all of these. And it will look really strange at the moment, but I wouldn't worry. I'm just going to turn all these on. And it looks really strange right now, I know. So don't fear, because I know it's odd, but just turn up all the opacity. Oops, quickly turn that one on. Turn up the opacity. Turn up the opacity. And again, I'm kind of getting a bit confused as to which ones I've done, so I will just go back along. Yeah, I think I've done them all now. Yep, done them all. And make sure that they're all up. And the background colours, whatever you want it to be. And if it's see-through, then it's see-through. Basically, so you'll just be able to see whatever the background is. Usually it'll be white, but sometimes it'll be other colours, depending on what media you're using it on, as in like social media, like WhatsApp or what. And then you'll click share and share layers and go into your animated GIF. And this will just move them along. It's really odd, but it's just me showing you how it works. Frames per second will speed it up or slow it down. You see how slow that is? There we go. And dithering. You don't want dithering. Don't worry about it. Frame colour palette. I haven't worked out what that is yet. I think it's probably this. And then transparent background. You can do that yourself. Web ready is like a bit less good. And export. You can do this for any of them if you just click share and then export. I'm just waiting for it to load. Really easy, and then you'll just share it or save image or whatever, which is perfectly fine. And that is how Procreate works. Bye.